out my business. I'm so iceberg slimmish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been in prison. Dope boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the road flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals had 5 and 9 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, Jones. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He'll get this one to Kelce. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon
his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Throwing on second down. Fields. Man up. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to the air. Fields on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Back to throw. Jones. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 70. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
To throw is Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
To try again after the sack. Fields. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Looking to throw. Jones.
No hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he's got him. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Travis Kelce. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Play action. It's Fields.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Back to throw, Fields. This goes out wide from Madison.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Off-play action, Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Boye Mafe
Brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Now Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will remain well behind.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Jones, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Jones looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided Well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A 39-yard gain on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
He's brought down back at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Isaiah McKenzie, 40 yards. And the Buccaneers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Cardinals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Fields.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Fields.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
On first down, it's Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boye Mafe
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Fields. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fields trying to throw for it.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Now Jones. Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Jones on third down. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. David Njoku. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are pouring it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Buccaneers 77, Cardinals 15.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Cardinals make on first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
They'll go to Barkley again, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
And defense, they're blitzing here. Jones.
And that is incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Jones now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now they'll run off tackle with Gordon. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Buccaneers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Roses now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Rosas to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Play action. It's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Comeback route, and the pass complete to Beckham.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
On 1st down, Jones. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Charles, not only the blowout of this.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom. top of